All right, finally for us on this Memorial Day, a local group that supports veterans trying to right a wrong. Last year, retired Lieutenant Colonel Bernard Kempter was giving a Memorial Day speech in his hometown of Hudson, Ohio. Midway through his remarks, when he started talking about the role that formerly enslaved black people had in honoring fallen soldiers, his microphone was suddenly cut off. He thought initially that it was a technical glitch, so he just kept talking kind of as loudly as he could. Later he found out, though, it was no glitch. Organizers had turned down his microphone because they thought that the content was inappropriate. Well, today, the Lieutenant Colonel was the keynote speaker at an event at the Buffalo and Erie County Naval and Military Park, and he was able to deliver his speech in full. Here is that portion that was previously prohibited.
Well, we're going to change some of your history thinking in a moment. Several towns and cities across America claim to observe their own earlier versions of Memorial Day, or Decoration Day, as it was called. It wasn't until a remarkable discovery in the 1990s that a historian, David Black from Harvard, discovered documentation that the first organized Memorial Day commemoration was organized by a group of freed black slaves less than 1 month after the end of the Civil War. 24 black Americans went to the prison camp the Confederates had. They had converted the race course in Charleston into an open-air prison camp. And these men went and dug 257 individual graves within a 10-day period. They erected a fence around the place. They painted the fence, and they interred the bodies of the Union soldiers from a mass grave. These were exceptional men of character and fortitude. They held a celebration on the 1st of May, 1865, 1 month after the Civil War ended. And it involved around 3,000 school children carrying flowers, which were in bloom at that time, to the graves, decorating the graves, and then approximately 10,000 people, according to the newspaper article, held a service, marched there, and paid honors to the Union soldiers that were there. The school children were singing the song, John Brown's Body. Now, it's interesting that the microphone was turned off in Hudson, Ohio, which is the home of John Brown. No interesting fact on that. But more importantly is whether Charleston's Decoration Day was the first is the attention paid to Charleston's black community who paid tribute to the Union soldiers that were there. The dead soldiers must have been worthy to them to honor, because as they had for many years suffered indignities and despair, the Union soldiers had suffered under the Southern Confederate leaders also. Not surprisingly, many Southerners, South Charleston people, did not attend that ceremony to honor their former enemies. However, these young men and women in Charleston took it upon themselves to pay honor and tribute to those people who had fought for their freedom. You know the rest of the story as to the origin, documented and proven since 1990s, of the first Memorial Day service on that, without which we wouldn't be here today celebrating as we do. We need to give credit where credit is due to those 24 African Americans who took it upon themselves to honor our Union soldiers.
And the Lieutenant Colonel came here to Buffalo, turning down 6 other offers, saying that he came here because he really appreciated the work of a local group called the Battle Within, which invited him. It works to provide mental health care and other assistance to veterans with PTSD and other impacts from their time in the military.